Open this again.
So the 8 has to be in dust too. Or wait. Oh, no, never mind.
Can you guys see the screen?
Oh, hold on. Check.
Oh, we can see it.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
I had to do a workaround. That's a Mickey Mouse workaround.
I can see it.
The mic is garbage, but we can see it.
I'm gonna mute myself here on Discord though.
Okay. How the fuck did you do that?
He's going live on YouTube and he's sharing his screen from his phone.
You guys can still hear me, right?
What the fuck?
Wait, hear me out, right? So, an 8, right, will not be in this row at all, right?
Right.
So that means an 8 will most likely be here.
I fucking stay.
It's all fucking good brain. Right, and then an 8 will go here or here, so it's most likely down here. 8 can't go here, so it's most likely here.
My granny, she got hit by a little Stuka. Every time I think about it, I hit the Stuka.
Kaboom.
An 8 will most likely be. It's hard to tell because this one's completely empty.
Okay, so let's start back up one then.
Okay, so 1 cannot be here or here. It's most likely these two.
Suena el pitido inicial y
I won't
empieza
check
el
solving
partido.
this part. It's
La
either the
temporada
summer
acaba de empezar. Veremos si estos dos equipos están preparados para lo que viene.
Honestly,
Esta es
I
la clase
realized
de
that
juego
the
que a mí me
3
gusta ver.
can't go here because there's going to be a 3 in this row.
Llegan al área rival.
Okay, what did I guess? It was a deduction. I had a 3, like,
Oh, you're not skipping.
here, right?
Bad.
Right? And then I realized was that 3 can
Sí,
be
lo
here,
han hecho
right?
todo bien, moviendo el balón hasta
Right?
encontrar la
It's
oportunidad.
most likely going to be one of these two.
Vemos el tanto de nuevo
And the
desde
chances
otro
of the
ángulo.
3 being in this spot is really low, so it has to be here. And this 3 is obviously nullified because it's going to be right in
Gran
this
jugada.
spot.
Y ahora saque de centro.
And then 5 is here.
Ha sido falta y la han pitado.
It's here.
Hay opciones de pase. Lo difícil es elegir una.
El portero lee la jugada y atrapa el esférico. Este gol devuelve el equilibrio al marcador.
Also,
Veamos el
also
punto de
can't
nuevo.
be here.
Qué bien supo
Can't
leer la
be here.
situación y
It's most
aprovechar el
likely going
descuido
to be
rival.
here.
Aquí tenemos la acción de nuevo.
No, this area can't go up in there.
It's most likely going to be in these corners. Oh wait, yeah, I can't go here because it's going to be
Llegó
here.
el tanto del empate, 1-1.
So the 7 is most likely in these two corners here.
Ahí termina la acción.
So that would
Tiene
pick
la
up
opción de
this
buscar
here.
la pared. Atención a la jugada. ¡Qué gran gol!
Brillante.
So we can't go here.
Clase para abrir diferencias en el marcador.
Sacarán los visitantes desde el centro del campo. Van un gol por detrás.
Here.
Pierden la
I
posesión.
high-key think that the 7 goes here. No, wait.
No.
It can't.
Mira a sus compañeros.
The 3 goes...
¡Mira!
Oh, why?
What the fuck are you doing?
It's okay, we figured it out though. So,
Bullshit.
Hay que fijarse en los
Oh my
compañeros.
god, you just threw a line.
I didn't throw them. I didn't throw a life. Okay, I trust. 7 feet here. No, wait, no, 7's here, 7's here.
7's there. I actually
Yeah.
what about the one on top?
No,
Balón
because,
perdido.
yeah, right, 7 goes here,
Los
because
locales se
this is
disponen a
gone.
sacar.
This is gone. This is gone.
Yeah, so then what about the one on the top?
Because hear me out, right? You can't put the 7 here,
No
right?
piensa tirar.
Because there's a good chance that
I'm getting cooked right now.
it's wrong. If you put it here, it works out because the 7 on here is like
Ya es de 2 goles.
3-1 en un partido
On
que
top of
pone
that,
en
the likelihood of
ventaja
the
al
7
equipo
being on
local.
this column, like this spot, is also pretty high. So it further pushes that the 7 is here.
No, I fucking told you, bro. Yeah, the forfeit, my nigga.
Like a replay of looking tutorial.
Yo,
I actually suck.
Se atreve con el
I'm
disparo.
telling you.
bro, there's so
They know that
Tiene muy buenos apoyos.
there's a 7 right here.
¡Tremendo trayazo! Me quito el sombrero ante esa parada.
Es una intervención de primera categoría.
Oh,
No ha habido
you're
gol,
so
pero
weak.
tenemos
You're
saque de esquina.
yeah, bro, you're going by 40K.
Chill.
Ojo que la contra puede llevar peligro. El equipo pierde la posesión.
Hey,
Gran intervención del portero. Veremos si los visitantes sacan algo positivo de
So
esta
watch it.
corner.
I'm not watching this stuff.
Ahí lo tiene. Ya presiona en la portería.
Los visitantes han sabido actuar ante ese disparo y el portero ha estado brillante.
Well,
Saque de esquina.
I won't say what no meter, but black ass for the rest of the day.
Es de un solo gol. Los anfitriones encienden la grada con este 3-2 que los
And
pone
Rachel
por
Reed was
delante.
get out of the box.
They're not best.
Buscan la oportunidad en el centro del campo.
Atención, jugada de peligro. La definición ha sido extraordinaria.
Un gol increíble. La diferencia en el marcador es ya de 2 goles.
El colegiado pita el final y nos vamos.
what am I doing? What was the other player that I subbed out for? I'm back. Spot. Retro is tired. I'll keep missing.
Al descanso.
Gran primera mitad del equipo equipo anfitrión que saca ya 2 goles de ventaja.
Suena el pitido y arranca la segunda mitad. Detiene la ocasión, pero se le escapa el esférico. Se mete en el área rival.
Oh my god, again, bro. Come on, bro. Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Tiene pinta de ser jaque mate.
El equipo local da un puñetazo sobre la mesa y vence ya por 3 tantos. Tiene tantas opciones de juego que no sabe por dónde tirar. ¡Ojo que el balón sigue en juego! Los de casa siguen mandando con contundencia en el marcador.
You're making the same mistakes, bro. Look, he's gonna score on you again the same way.
Grande y los visitantes van a tener que trabajar mucho para cerrarlo. El equipo anfitrión tiene la victoria en la mano.
Oh my god.
Golpea el poste y sigue en juego.
Send that shit. Come on, come on, come on. Move, 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 move. Move that.
Que la tiene en el área.
No, no, cross it, cross it, cross it. Too much.
La atrapa el portero.
Took too long. Yeah, come on, lock in.
Pierde la pelota.
It's not over till it's over.
Gran acción ofensiva con muchas
Oh,
opciones
another
de
through.
pase.
Another through. Good time, good time.
Le dieron la vuelta a la tortilla y ahora buscan portería contraria. ¡Ojo que el balón entra en el área!
Yo, I swear if he scored that, I was gonna be tight. There was no way. Yo, what's up with this, bro? He's pushing.
Se adentra en el área. ¿Y ahora qué?
They're not budging.
Tira a puerta. El guardameta desvía el balón a córner. Alguien debería darle un toque.
Yo, yo, yo! Oh my God! Why did you throw yourself, bro?
Creo que ninguno de los jugadores olvidará esta noche fácilmente. 8 goles llevamos ya. Bien hecho, hay que aprobar. Esta vez salió desviado.
El portero estaba batido, no hubiera podido hacer nada.
Sus compañeros buscan el desmarque.
You had that and you sold it.
El
Why?
jugador se mete en el área.
The real question is why? Why?
Pero ¿cómo ha podido detener ese balón? Y han colado otro.
I didn't pause the game. I didn't pause the game that time. Yeah, we're gonna have to pause out for this one. Definitely took a.
Posible remontar una diferencia tan grande.
Bueno, creo que el pescado está vendido y bien cocinado. Aquí no hay nada que hacer.
La defensa cierra filas. Jugada de peligro.
What is that soft hit? Bro, you had an open. Talking about like the top tier rated striker in the team throwing it like a preschooler, bro. Come on.
Corre con el balón controlado.
Yeah, we lost this one. It's okay.
Y el balón se mueve por la zona central del campo. Necesita apoyos. Se hace con el balón.
I can't believe I need a faster strike. How much faster do I need to be a striker? That's insane. Their pacing is insane. How are they moving so fast? And their stamina is like top of the notch. It doesn't make any sense. But it's okay. It's fine. We move. It's fine. We move.
El partido ya está en marcha.
Borrón y cuenta nueva. Empieza la temporada y se enfrentan dos equipos con sed de victoria.
Es complicado jugar contra un equipo que presiona tan arriba. Los visitantes van a cometer errores sin parar. Salvados por el guardameta. Delantero izquierdo. Continúa hacia la portería.
Hell no, we're not doing this all over again. Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no.
Muy bien el portero hasta ahora. Cuidado, este córner puede ser peligroso. Pone un buen centro. Ese centro iba con demasiada fuerza. Arranca el extremo derecho. Salen rápidamente a la contra. ¡Qué carrerón! Los de casa presionan muy arriba. A ver qué pasa ahora.
It's a foul.
El árbitro ha visto falta.
Yes, fine. Do something.
Lleva el balón
Do something with that.
Atención a la jugada.
Did nothing with that.
Los de casa presionan con intensidad y al equipo visitante no le da tiempo a pensar en el siguiente movimiento.
Damn, I'm on a bad streak. What is going on? Bro, lock in.
Esta vez prefieren un ataque por el centro.
Pase por alto.
That's offside. That is offside. What are we doing here?
Está invalidada. El asistente levantó el
It took
banderín.
way too long to call that.
Parece que está esperando verlo claro. Vinicius.
No, thank you.
Buena presión del defensa. Que se la roba.
No, thank you. I don't
Cristiano
believe.
Ronaldo.
I don't believe. Sorry.
Busca portería.
Oh,
Y sigue en juego.
Progresa por su cuenta.
I really need to learn how to play defense in this game, bro.
Avanza sin dudarlo. Avanza con la pelota controlada.
Encara Messi, 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 encara 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 Messi.
Tiro.
Los locales presionan a su rival muy arriba y van sobrados de energía. Ahí tienen el contragolpe.
Buen movimiento en la línea delantera con jugadores que se ofrecen.
No, thank you.
Balón hacia la izquierda y aparece el extremo. Mira puerta. Para presionar con intensidad hay que estar muy en forma y los de casa están a la altura. Tiene la opción de buscar la pared. ¡Vamos, mira! ¡Lo ha conseguido! 2 goles de ventaja.
Vemos el balón en el círculo central. El equipo de fuera pierde ya por 2 tantos.
Buena acción del defensor que devuelve el balón a su equipo. Ahí viene el disparo. ¡Qué bien jugado! Un gol de clase para asegurarse la victoria. ¡Vaya partido! Esto se le pone muy de cara a los de casa con 3 tantos de ventaja. ¡Vamos! Paradón, pero ojo con el rechace. El árbitro anuncia 2 minutos de tiempo añadido. Ese centro iba muy fuerte y fue imposible engancharlo. El colegiado señala el final de esta primera parte.
La grada está disfrutando como nunca. Equipo que gana ya por 3 tantos.
El balón echa a rodar de nuevo. Lamine Yamal. La pierde ante su par. Va por la izquierda con la pelota controlada. ¿No piensa tirar?
Oh, that would have been nasty.
Pero sigue la jugada. El juego se reanuda con el saque de meta.
Agarra, y tira, y lanza, y...
El portero ha salvado a su equipo mandando el balón a córner.
La quiebra, la gana, la cabeza.
Eso era un centro o un tiro a puerta. Vini. Ojo que la contra puede llevar peligro.
Oh, that's where you messed up. That's where you messed up. That's where you messed up. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Necesita
You're gonna mess it up again. Did it again. And that's somehow a foul. Okay. Sure.
Ha decidido no enseñarle la tarjeta. ¡Qué suerte la suya!
Yeah. Nobody's there.
Una buena acción, pero no encuentra remate. Nicolo Varela. Yamal. Gran entrada limpia y efectiva.
Oh, 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 oh,
Defensa cierra filas.
oh, that would have been nasty.
Los locales van a presionar todo lo posible para agobiar al rival. Cambio de posesión y puede haber contraataque. Buen disparo. Parada del portero que envía el balón a córner. Busca colgarla al área. Nadie ha conseguido alcanzar ese centro. ¿No te parece que están desaprovechando mucho las acciones de estrategia?
Tal y como va el partido, no me extrañaría que acabaran pasando todos los balones hacia atrás.
Y ahora arman la ofensiva por el centro. Detuvo el tiro, pero no logró atrapar el balón. Ojo a este robo, que puede haber ocasión de gol. ¡Qué paradón! Es córner.
Oh, this is what we want to do.
La pone al pie. Hay un compañero listo para
Oh.
recibir ese balón.
Yeah, we'll throw. I don't know what he was trying to do with that, but
Tiene buenos apoyos.
oh.
Gran tiro.
Oh.
Buena parada del portero. Habrá saque de esquina. Estará buscando una pared. Balón al corazón del área.
Beautiful. Oh.
No sé muy bien qué pretendía, pero no le ha salido bien. El guardameta pondrá de nuevo la pelota en juego. Saque de meta. Atención al contragolpe. Se ha dejado la piel en el campo hoy. Se merece un descanso.
Oh, he finally scored. Nice.
Esa es la actitud. Si siguen así, pueden soñar con la remontada. El equipo visitante no se da por vencido y acorta distancias.
Se la lleva hacia portería contraria. Busca el tanto. No me lo puedo creer. ¿Cómo ha llegado a ese balón? Quedan 10 minutos para el final.
Buenísima jugada de ataque. Se multiplican las opciones de pase.
Yo, we doing footwork. That's what we doing. We doing footwork. Okay,
Nueva suerte.
we doing
Una
footwork.
parada marca de la casa.
I'm gonna give you some footwork right now. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Lanzan el
Come on.
contragolpe.
Come on.
¡Pero qué espectáculo! Resuelve la jugada con acierto.
That.
Ver la repetición siempre viene.
Yeah, it
No hay
is.
duda de que estaba en fuera de juego.
Buen pase diagonal.
Oh, wow, he's gonna dip to the left. Oh, and he's gonna cross it.
Ese
Whoa.
balón hay que pasar.
Whoa. Whoa, dude.
Al
Missed it.
larguero. La jugada sigue. Ha perdido fuelle. Se mete en el área rival. Y nos vamos a 3 minutos de tiempo añadido. Vini. Mbappé.
3 minutes, that's plenty of time.
Kylian Mbappé.
That's plenty of time. Oh, damn. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to see it pull through. Anyway, we bounce back from that deficit.
Suena el pitido inicial y empieza el partido.
Yo. You're doing a little too much. We just started the match, bro. We just started the match, bro. You really want to get scored on like that right now? Come on, bro. Relax, buddy. Relax. Doing a little too much. The match just started. Relax.
La jugada no vale. Y el disparo muere en el defensa que estaba muy bien
You trying so hard right now?
Los de casa presionan con intensidad y al equipo visitante no
Trying
le da
mad hard,
tiempo a
right? Trying mad
conseguir
hard.
el siguiente movimiento.
Oh yeah. We on. Yeah.
Ahí ha estado rápido el guardameta.
Yeah, we on.
Williams sigue con el cuero pegado
Don't
al
let him
pie.
breathe. Don't let him breathe. I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Qué manera de complicarse la vida. Podía haber hecho cualquier cosa.
Welcome to whoever's watching. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh!
Menuda ocasión.
Oh!
Ha calculado mal a la hora de centrar. Presionar arriba puede ser peligroso, pero para ambos equipos. Busca el cambio de juego. Hay un compañero listo para recibir ese balón. Buen trabajo del defensa.
Oh.
Usman Dembélé. Cambio de posesión. Buen trabajo defensivo. Balón colgado al área.
Scared. Look at him, he's trembling. Quaking in his boots.
Messi.
Thank God I'm Messi. Thank God I'm Messi. Thank God I'm Messi.
Defensa cierra filas. Jugada de peligro. Los de casa presionan muy arriba. A ver qué pasa ahora.
Oh,
Ha probado desde ahí, pero
that's a terrible kick.
algo de precisión. Seguimos sin goles. El juego se reanuda.
Cualquiera diría que el balón es su mejor amigo.
Juega por la izquierda.
I missed that. It's okay.
Va por la izquierda con la pelota controlada. Atención al contragolpe.
No.
Central.
Wait.
No
Yeah.
piensa dejar escapar el balón. Busca el tanto. Detiene la ocasión, pero se le escapa
Thank God I'm
el
Messi.
esférico.
Thank God I'm Messi. Thank God.
Impide el golpe. Ojo a la segunda jugada.
What
Eso
was
es un
that?
auténtico melón. La pelota se marcha
Said
por
Uno
la
ball.
línea
Let
de
me
fondo.
tap it.
Tras el saque de meta, la pelota vuelve a estar en juego. Seguimos sin ningún movimiento en el marcador. La jugada promete. La pierde el atacante. Buena labor defensiva.
Yeah.
Ahí va el pase
All
para
the way.
el
Or show me
tercero.
something. Please show me something. What was that? What are those? 91 overall.
Se ha reanudado
By the way,
el juego. Espero que
a 91
podamos ver
overall
una
striker.
nueva oportunidad de gol. Busca el disparo.
91 overall striker.
Ahí
Put the sink
viene
in.
la contra.
Legend. 91 overall striker.
El balón es suyo. Buena acción
Failed to go like
defensiva. Me pregunto cuántos kilómetros ha recorrido hoy.
That's what I thought. And that's what we done.
Y esto no ha hecho más que empezar.
He should have scored 2 goals already or 3. I don't know what's going on.
Bukayo Saka.
That was a goal too late in the game.
Parte de la defensa. Y llegamos al descanso tras
A goal too
45
late in the
minutos
game.
de partido. Los equipos se dirigen ya al vestuario.
Llegamos al final de la primera parte. Volvemos en unos minutos.
If you guys are on the live for the first time, welcome. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down what you'd like to see in this stream. See if we can make it happen. Wow, all that 92. I'm sorry, bit extra rating. I've been itching to get this guy to play a bit more. Messi's kind of tired. Guardiola's kind of tired. We got one more. We'll use center backs later.
No se le ha visto el pelo en todo el partido.
Comienza ya la segunda
Whoa, bro, but you're moving a little too fast for the beginning of the match, bro. Come on now. Come on, a little too much dribble. Like Kyrie Irving. Let me see what you got, buddy. Let's see what you got. So I'm here to play. Another one. Oh. No.
El juego se reanuda con el saque de meta. Con el balón. Rafinha. Falla el pase. El defensor recupera el balón. Bukayo Saka. Balón por alto. Es evidente que el centro no fue bueno. Se pasó de fuerzas. Busca el centro al área. Nadie ha conseguido alcanzar ese centro.
Yo, who am I throwing to that, bro?
Dominado por los de casa que conservan su ventaja en el marcador.
Wow, number 21. Relax, buddy.
La juega al toque.
Uh-huh.
Bien jugado por parte de la defensa.
What do I do?
No vale, es fuera de juego. Ousmane Dembélé.
Yo. That genuinely got me tight. I was literally directioning to the center
Ese balón hay que pasar.
where there's an actual player
Eso
there.
era un centro o un tiro a puerta.
Look.
Lanza
That's a pass right there. You see that? That's a pass. And then that's a kick right there.
Hay córner.
That's how you
Siendo de 2 goles.
execute. Boom.
Vuelve el balón al
Swing
área.
that. Too much, bro.
Sí, pero no. El disparo sale alto.
Mucha cabeza. No bueno.
Saque de portería. Se le ve fatigado. Ousmane Dembélé. Federico Valverde. Pelota en dirección al centro del campo por la izquierda. Buena acción del defensor que devuelve el balón a su equipo. Sus compañeros se empiezan a impacientar. Mira la jugada. Un gol más a la cuenta. Una gran frustración para el equipo que va perdiendo. El equipo local da un puñetazo sobre la mesa y vence ya por 3 tantos.
El árbitro no lo tolera. Es una falta.
I'm sorry, jefe.
Es falta, sin duda. Pero el árbitro dice que no merece tarjeta. Él se va.
El balón llega al área por alto.
You see that? You're running. He's a runner. He's a track star.
Mantiene la posesión. ¡Vamos! ¡Vaya disparo! Estamos viendo una victoria inapelable.
Bueno, creo que el pescado está
I'm starting to feel bad for this guy.
Aquí no hay nada que hacer.
Creo que se ha quedado sin pilas.
Oh, no.
El remate ha superado al guardameta rival. El partido sigue y el equipo visitante ha logrado reducir su desventaja. La controla al extremo por la izquierda.
You know what you did there, buddy.
Ropita fuera de juego.
You know what you did there.
William Saliba. Sigue a lo suyo y se la roba al atacante.
Slow your roll there, Buckaroo. I wanna come over here. Yeah. What if I wanna do that, huh? What if I? Oh, I did too much.
Sin despeinarse. Williams. Cambio de posesión tras una buena acción defensiva. Excelente envío. El juego se ha visto interrumpido en numerosas ocasiones.
Oh, give me that. Give me that.
Estratosférico, que no quepa duda.
Estamos presenciando una derrota crucial. Es increíble.
¿Quién quiere apoyos?
Con esta calidad hay que tener la confianza de rematar la faena.
Okay.
El marcador lo dice todo. La diferencia
Oh, we got 3 minutes?
es abrumadora.
3 minutes too much. 3 minutes is too much. 3 minutes is too much.
Ojo que la tiene en el área. Despeja.
Oh, he got a pity goal. Congrats.
Vaya, ha sonado el despertador. Ya era hora.
Marcó el equipo visitante que aún debe remontar 3 goles.
All right. That's 2 games. That means the streak hasn't begun. As soon as I rank up, I am finished. So I have to win. I have to win this game in order to get the ×2 again, which would leave me at silver 2. Okay. Okay. Change that. I want to open a pack. I want a pack. You can afford a pack right now. Oh, you can afford more than 1 pack now. Yeah. Let's open some packs real quick. Mid. Okay. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? Yeah? Thinking about a certain topic to talk about. Let's see. Let's talk about anime. Let's talk about some anime while we game, right? I'm gonna put you guys on to game. All right, boom. I'm gonna start with talking about the most underrated anime I believe people should watch, right? They're talked about, people, mention them, but people don't really see them. It's like a little moment where people are like, oh yeah, I've heard about this anime, but they don't really pay attention to like what's really going on. I'm gonna put you guys onto a game right now. There's an anime out there called Ranking of Kings, right? It's based on a kid his name is Boji. He's a kid who was born from a giant, but he ends up being super small, and he also cannot hear. He is deaf, so that obviously makes him mute. He can't really speak, The kid chooses to follow the path of the warrior. It's a very heartwarming anime for those who haven't watched it. I believe it's something you guys should definitely check out when you get the chance. The main character in of itself, he's an interesting character. He basically is the type of person that, doesn't give up despite the circumstances. And he goes through a lot. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys if you guys are interested. Also underrated, not anime but underrated season, Vinland Saga season 2. I firmly believe that people who didn't like Vinland Saga season 2 are the same kind of people that say that Demon Slayer is currently the best anime of all time. I'm gonna debunk that real quick. I am a fan of Demon Slayer, but this is to reiterate. Demon Slayer does not have the best story out there. There are so many other animes that portray stories so much better. Demon Slayer is good for what it is. Like, the basis of it is pretty linear. There's not much you can deviate from it. Dare I say, animes like My Hero Academia have a better story than Demon Slayer. My Hero Academia has a basis of a character that is very relatable to people who, in a world where people have quirks that he didn't. He basically proves to everyone that you don't need to do certain things or have certain things in order to be able to be a hero. You can be a hero just by making a change for yourself or others, no matter how weak you feel, how weak you are. Demon Slayer isn't like those type of animes where you sit down and you're like, wow, I learned a lesson from Demon Slayer. You don't sit down and think about that. But before I deviate from what I'm talking about, I firmly believe that Vinland Saga season 2 had one of the best storytelling and character developments I've seen in a long time when it comes to anime. Thorfinn, I'm a huge One Piece fan. That Anime Awards, Thorfinn got robbed from Best Character of the Year. I personally feel like he deserved to get that spot, specifically because even though he did mass murder, because that's what he did, but in the reality of things, he tried to redeem himself because he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know better, but he lives tormented every day by the fact that he did something that he regrets every single day. He became a slave, and he was humbled. He became a better person for himself, a better person for the people around him. And so, when you put into retrospect, like, the impact an anime does for you to be inspired by that should say a lot. Again, I'm just, throwing stuff out there, like underrated anime, underrated seasons. Another underrated anime, I wouldn't say it's like, I've been very open to like watching a variety of genres. I do believe, I firmly believe that people be sleeping on certain slice of life anime. And it's only because people are like, oh, slice of life, that's kind of something I, deal with every day. Slice of life is basically real life, just in anime. Yes and no. Slice of life can portray things in a different perspective, in a different light than what you are used to seeing. And they also can vary with other genres. For example, there's a popular anime called Love is War, which is comedy love, but it is also slice of life. You can play around with that kind of stuff. It's more of like a fake realism where you're in a world where things are kind of realistic, but you're still in the anime world, obviously. However, I do feel like that specific genre has been slept on for quite a while. And the one that has been overly saturated has been isekai. Am I mad on isekai? Not really, but it also gets to a point where you're like, what makes you an anime that differentiates yourself from everything else? What makes you different? And that's why certain people love Chainsaw Man, even though it's obviously shonen. But like, people love Chainsaw Man because it deviates from the regular. Oh, main character, da 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 da. Obviously, the main character obviously has plot armor. Every anime has plot armor. Let's not get it twisted. But it's a thing where that's very different from like a Naruto or a One Piece or a Bleach. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these animes nowadays, for example, Gachiakuta, I might be butchering the name. That's a fresh breath of air. That is literally a fresh breath of air because it gives you that 2005 anime style, laid back, so many things happening at the same time, but it's chaotically organized. It's really fun to watch. The characters are really entertaining. Each character makes you want to know more of them. There isn't a character in the series that you're like, yo, I don't wanna, like, I'm not interested. And it also enhances with black culture. It also, like, it makes you appreciate black culture so much more, stuff that like really piques the eye when it comes to anime. I don't know, I feel like it's because we're living in a time where now everybody watches anime. Like me growing up, anime was like one of those things like hidden under the books type of thing. Like if you were known to watching anime, you were hated. You were like, yeah, why are you watching anime? What are you doing? Because people used to think that was a strange thing to watch for some reason. Obviously, certain people were confused with other terminologies that I'm not going to mention here, and they were confusing it with anime, so I can see why. But you also got to understand, when it comes to anime in of itself, there's so many now. There's literally so many. And it's just like me right now, as I'm streaming, I had the same question of, why am I streaming? What makes me different from everyone else? What can I do that makes everything different from everyone? I'm still working on it, but I've also realized that if I don't do something, I'm never gonna be able to accomplish it. And this is what so many mangaka and like anime directors are doing, that is making the anime industry a little more diverse now. Because now everybody knows there's gonna be shonen. Everybody watches shonen. Everybody watches mainstream anime. But there's always that one hidden gem that people don't know about, that it's beautiful. It just works. It's unique in its own way. It makes everything else that you're watching kind of like bland, and that's a good thing. Like certain people I know, they'll be like, oh, well, I like to watch this type of anime because it portrays this. But the problem is, and I've noticed it, the problem with a lot of when I watch anime now, they care about the flashiness, the animation, the fighting. Like, I think the most underrated things that have been forgotten when it comes to anime, and that's why I'm like bringing up underrated anime, is the old school, not even the old school, but like just genuinely enjoying something for what it is. Like, I'm gonna bring an example. Obviously, for some people, this is super overrated because it's a big anime. With One Piece, pre-time skip One Piece was one of those things that you could sit down, relax, enjoy it, laugh, giggle with friends and family. Because what it did was, it was not just about the adventure. It wasn't just about the fights. It was about the friends. It was about the culture. It was about what's gonna happen next. Everything that happened pre-time skip was so creative. There was so many things that people like didn't even realize. Like, whoa, this character was able to do what? Now, like, I do watch One Piece and I love it, and I understand why some people don't like it anymore, like compared to what it used to be, because yes, it still maintains that creative style, but you also have to sacrifice something. Now that we're, heading towards Endgame, One Piece, there's gonna be a lot more conflicting situations at hand. There's gonna be a lot more action. There's gonna be a lot more characters. There's gonna be a lot more conflict. But the one thing that it cannot lose, which is what I'm going to get to, like, which is the whole purpose of what I'm getting to, is you can't lose the luster of the show in of itself. If you lose sight of the main character, if you lose sight of how the main character portrays himself or does certain things or reacts a certain way, you're gonna lose the whole beauty of it all. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose the luster of having an anime that differentiates himself from the rest, that does what it does best, that no other anime attempts to do or has been able to do. Once you deviate from that path, once you deviate from that path, that's when you realize, it's, why am I still watching this? And that's why One Piece is still good. It's still great. However, it's also a high risk, high reward. You're putting yourself at a risk by doing certain things. I don't know how to explain it. Like, certain anime, you have your Yu Yu Hakusho's, where Yu Yu Hakusho is well received in the anime community for what it is. It's very solid. The characters are very entertaining. The main character has a great character development, and the story in of itself just works. There was never a deviation or a character just got a random power creep, which we can debate on that. If you've watched the anime, you know what I'm talking about. That wasn't really a power creep because the character had no control over that. But like, certain things that make things good. For example, I had a problem with Naruto Shippuden, but old Naruto as a whole, I feel like old Naruto had its own luster. Naruto being able to struggle, showing how to fight without having a family to back him up. Him having to do things that most people didn't have to do because he had to do it. He didn't have an option. Mind you, Naruto, if you really sit down here, Naruto only knew 2 techniques the entire series. He only knew Shadow Clone Jutsu, and then he learned Rasengan. And even so, Naruto is one of the most loved anime of all time. It's one of the greats. Because it did something that deviated from other anime. So it's a matter of knowing, like, how you want to perceive something, how you want things to be. Like, the beauty of it, you know,
Tremendo trayazo.
the beauty of it all. And I feel like anime nowadays it has lost that. It definitely has lost that essence of
¿Qué calidad tienes de jugador?
being able to display something that's different from what you already seen.
Volvamos a
Um,
disfrutar del tanto.
that's also why I try not to sit down and watch too much shonen anime, because then I sit there and realize like, yeah, it's not the same. Like everything is, well, it is the same. Everything is very similar in a way. Like people love talking about how Black Clover is so similar to Naruto, and it does have similarities. It does have similarities. But you have to also understand that's called inspiration. That's the whole different topic. What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to certain anime, they're different, and the way that they portray themselves different is what makes them great. Bleach is way different than any of these other anime and shonen. Completely different. But it did something really good, which was show us characters, show us powers, show us character development, a variety of female cast characters doing things that most female characters don't do. Like the one main thing that, oh, and that's another thing. The one thing sometimes anime doesn't portray the character the same way that the manga portrays it. But yeah, underrated anime. What makes underrated anime so entertaining to watch is basically what it's like. It's like a sale. It's like a sale. You know, like what are you bringing to the table? What do you have to show? What do you have to prove? And all these underrated like studios that are like not really well known, they drop a banger anime and people are like, yo, what's this studio? And it's not just the studio, it's what they had to offer, what they were willing to show and display, you know? So if you have something that you want to watch, always give it a shot, you know? Like my YouTube channel. Yeah, always give everything a shot. Always be willing to not just give it up because it's not well received or not well known. You know, you're your own person. You can differentiate what you like and what you don't like. For example, people don't like pineapple on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. You can call it a crime. I don't care. But that's my preference. And you can sit here and tell me why you personally feel that you don't like pineapple on pizza. But I will tell you my reason why I like pineapple pizza, you know? Like, not everything is going to be well received. But to the people who do receive it well, it builds a community. And it also, that's the beauty of anime, especially like anime conventions. The first anime convention I went to, I was a little worried, a little nervous, not really embarrassed, but more of like worried about what other people had to say. I'm like, wait, why do I have to care what other people have to say about something I genuinely enjoy doing? And I'm going to a place where people are gonna receive me regardless because I enjoy what I like doing with other people that enjoy that same thing, you know? So always give things a shot. I personally, like, that's my personal opinion. Like, I'm not saying shonen is bad. Shonen is great. Shonen always been great. But I also do feel like when you deviate from shonen and you give other anime a shot, you encounter a beauty of a lot of things, like Fragrant Flower. Apothecary Diaries, I don't think it was well known when it first came out, and it is now one of the biggest anime out there. Ironically, one of the biggest anime out there. So, you know, you always gotta give things a shot. Don't sell yourself short for, you know, just because it's the trend or because everybody else is watching it. You know, give yourself a try. Like, give something that you don't usually watch a try. Like, one of my favorite, like, ironically, I feel like one of the best types of animes, if you like action, that portrays things really well, are sports anime. There's an anime out there called Hajime no Ippo. I always recommend, like, always, when you're passionate about something, for example, you're passionate about baseball, or you're passionate about basketball, or you're passionate about soccer, or you're passionate about American football, those kind of things, like, the best way for you to engulf yourself and, like, appreciate things more is by going to games, watching certain things, because then it makes you appreciate things a bit more. There is an anime called Hajime no Ippo, like I said. Hajime no Ippo is a fighting anime, a boxing anime, in which the main character was strong. He just didn't know how to portray his strength, or how to, like, use his strength for the right reasons. But what makes this anime so interesting and so fun to watch is because it's not just fighting. And this is why I say, when you make something that's different from what everybody else is doing, you're in your own lane. Hajime no Ippo is well received in the anime community, and I don't think there's any other fighting anime when it comes to boxing that is that big when it comes to it. Because Hajime no Ippo learned how to display comedy, how to display slice of life, how to display conflict, character development, a variety of different plots, not just boxing, but like, what's gonna happen? How are we gonna be able to do this? How are we gonna be able to do that? Like, a variety of things that led to a certain topic, and many times with that anime, certain like comedy tropes or situations led to the main conflict of the story, which was very well intertwined. Haikyuu is very well received in the community, but Haikyuu is different from what most anime do when it comes to, like, volleyball. Because I watched Haikyuu, and that really was like, made me sit down and be like, damn, I would love to play volleyball, learn how to play volleyball one day. Because it's very similar to the actual sport. Kuroko no Basket was an anime I enjoyed watching, but it's only different because they show, like, basically basketball players with superpowers. That's basically what they show. Blue Lock is very good. I'm gonna say manga wise because I can't even say anime wise. I'm gonna get slandered. It's good for what it does. It's very good for what it does. It keeps you on your toes. It's very entertaining. And it's certain things that you know, like, they're their own thing, and it makes things beautiful. When you buy a bacon, egg, and cheese in the store, right? That's the basic thing. Everybody eats bacon, egg, and cheese. But then you make a custom custom sandwich, right? And you add some peppers, you add some jalapenos, you add like this and that, and you're like, wow, this is great. And then you got, you know, you even got the Ak in the back. He's like, yo, wow, like, is it good? And he tries it, and he likes it, and he enjoys it, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna give this a shot. That's kind of how it works when it comes to underrated anime. Like, you see it, you enjoy it, watch it. I'm not telling you to go, like, now we're not dragging it. I'm not telling you to go over here and watch some crazy stuff. I'm just saying, like, you know, give stuff that you seem interested in a shot. You know, it's a thing that I personally feel a lot of people in the anime community have slandered upon, and it's become a thing where people are like, oh, you watch this, oh, you watch that, and I hate that, because you're ruining what once was a safe haven for people. When anime was first, like, when anime was first introduced to me, I was in middle school, and my first anime was Soul Eater. And they were, and the person that recommended me to watch Soul Eater, when I first watched it, I was scared as heck. I was like, what is this? And then I actually gave it a shot. And I'm like, yo, this is actually kind of sick. It's actually really fun. And then I watched Dragon Ball. And then I really liked Dragon Ball. And then I watched Fullmetal Alchemist. And I thought that was a whole different world. You know? You gotta, like, understand. Back then, we didn't have this big community we have now. Where it's like, yo, this... Yo, you seen this? Like, no, we didn't have an anime website where you'd be like, oh, there's a list of anime right here. No, it would word from mouth. Like, you would hear people talk about it, and you'd be like, yo, let me give this a shot. Let me see what's up about this. And then I heard about One Piece. And then I was like, yo, this is fire. This is amazing. I gotta tell the world about this. You know, like, stuff like that. And then, you know, slowly but surely, people started getting into anime. People started enjoying anime a lot more. And now it's a thing where everybody wants to hop on the anime train. Everybody talks about it. Everybody enjoys it. But remember, always remember, what makes something unique is how it impacts you and how it varies from everything else. And that's the same with everything in life. Everything. YouTubers, streamers, food, quality of life, location, all those things impact one way or another the way people perceive certain things. It's up to you, the watcher, the listener, the trier, the taster, to determine whether or not you want to consume that or not. So that was my little rant about anime. That was just my little rant. I can continue with the list if you guys are interested. There is oh, I got it. Yes, we did it. Good job. Let me see. I had a whole list on my phone at one point from anime. Underrated. Damn. Putting myself on the spot here. I think 91 Days was a very unique anime. The Great Pretender is also a great anime. I don't know if it's very big. I do feel like that's very underrated though. It's very entertaining. It's very creative, to say the least. The characters, there's not a lot of characters in that series, the Great Pretender. But the characters you meet, you end up liking every single one of them. That's very rare to say about an anime. You enjoy all of them. Super Crux, another great anime. And like, notice how I'm talking about different genres. I'm not talking about the same genre over and over again, because I allowed myself to watch a variety of different things. And the more stuff that you watch and you enjoy and you consume, it makes things a lot more different in retrospect. You enjoy things for what they are, and then you turn to appreciate things for what they are. When it comes to certain genres of anime that I feel like people should give a little bit more of a shot, I would say comedy is super saturated, so I'm not gonna do comedy. I do feel like mystery and romance is also super saturated. There are certain romance anime that are very good, and they're super underrated. That they like fly under the radar. But for the majority of anime, I do feel like like isekai, romance, and action are super overplayed right now. Like ridiculously overplayed. I guarantee you, every new season of anime, like when it comes to winter season, fall season, summer season, spring season, there's always an action-based anime, a romance-based anime, and a comedy-based anime. Always. back to back. If you can find something that's outside of that specific genre, watch it. Monster is one of the most, if not to me, best examples of that. Monster is so good. You can I believe Monster's still on Netflix. It is I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, it was 120 either 80 episodes or 120 episodes, one of the two. That in of itself was so good. The ending of Monster was so good. To this day, there is a community that still talks about Monster. And that came out in the 90s, bro. This is the anime we're talking about that came out like over 30 years ago. Like it just not even over, almost 30 years ago. I'm dragging a little bit. But like it's stuff like that. The main character, you see the conflict, you see other characters that interact with the main character. You see how the conflict progresses, how the plot twist thickens, how things go higher, how the stakes go higher, how the character gets anxious. All that stuff envelops in the character, and you visibly see the main character go from one person to another, and by the end of the series you appreciate every single character that person had to encounter, from people that had to sacrifice themselves to people that actually joined up and allied and tried to make the most out of the situation. It was really a good masterpiece. I highly recommend it to people who haven't watched it. Um, because it's unique in its own way. It's very unique in its own way. When you build a craft of something, and you, like I said, you're in your own lane, it makes everything so much more enjoyable. Everything. And we ranked up, guys. Um, that's gonna be a wrap for me today. If you guys uh, like the comment. If you guys are curious or would like for me to make like certain content about certain things, I am planning a week from now to officially make my first YouTube video on a breakdown of what I talked about today. I feel like that's a great way to start it off. Um, if you guys are interested in an anime that I should review or talk about, just write down in the comment section, or reach out. Um, I'll make sure I put my socials down in my description on my YouTube channel. Please follow. Thank you guys for listening, for whoever was listening, and I will catch you guys on the next time. Bye bye.